Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The momentum continues on the recruiting trail. Tennessee adds a commitment from three-star defensive lineman Darrion Smith, 6'2", 260 pounds, out of Baltimore, Maryland. He commits to the Vols over Ohio State, Maryland, and others. He held offers from more than 20 schools. That includes Ohio State, Maryland, LSU, Miami, Michigan, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and South Carolina. He visited Knoxville back in April. He was back in town in May, and then he returned for an unofficial visit over this past weekend, and then quickly says, hey, I'm ready to pull the trigger. I'm ready to make my decision now. Coming off of that visit, he said it was more of a family-oriented trip, less football. Said it was more getting to know the coaches and the culture and other things like that. Big fan of Rodney Garner. His quote about Coach G is, he's a great guy. He has been to the league. He has been where I am now, so I can pick his brain a little bit. He's been doing this since before I was even thought of. He is one of the GOATs. It is definitely something that appeals about Tennessee. He becomes the 21st commit in this class of 2025, joins Ethan Utley and also Charles House as projected interior defensive lineman in this class of 2025. And I get it. I know what people do. They say three-star U, but again, go look at the offer list. Ohio State, Miami, LSU, Michigan, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, South Carolina. I think that tells a little bit of a story. And also, I made a video yesterday, and Josh Pate was talking about one of the things that has given Tennessee an advantage is their ability to evaluate talent. But I want somebody on this channel to evaluate some talent. That's Coach Jay, because on 247 Sports, all the websites, there's no scouting report. So I put up the bat signal to Coach Jay. I said, I think we're getting a commitment. Do you want to do a little film breakdown? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have Coach Jay jump on here. We're going to look at a couple of plays. We're going to get a scouting report from him. But before we do that, I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff. Just smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journalists. We don't pretend to be any of that stuff. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I'm live right now. It's Tuesday night. We're playing EA Sports College Football. So as soon as you watch this video, jump over and hang out in the live stream. We'll talk about it. Going to be live tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, the kickoff of fall camp. That means we're 1 month away from football season. Eric Kane of VolQuest.com and Locked On Vols is going to be in the house. We're going to break down fall camp, talk about all the storylines. That is tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But let's get over here with Coach Jay and let's break down a little film and see what Darrion Smith brings to the table. All right, Coach Jay, let's take a look at Tennessee's latest commitment, Darrion Smith. This is a little different for a commitment video, but it's kind of fun because there's no scouting report. 247's on 3. Nobody has a scouting report out there for Darrion Smith. So when you looked at his game, we're going to take a look at a couple of plays here, but you looked at his game. What type of players Tennessee getting in the three-star defensive lineman out of St. Francis Academy?
I'm going to go out and say they're getting a unique player in Darrion Smith out of St. Francis Academy. 6'2" guy, so what I classify as a kind of a squatty body D lineman, but he almost moves like a linebacker. He's really fast inside. He's got really good hands. He kind of reminds me of Norman Lott from a hand fighting situation. He's got the dip and rip, the bull rush, push pull. He's got all those little unique hand fighting techniques that we'll get into it. Really swift of foot, has good recognition. So they're almost getting a Mike linebacker who can play on the inside defensive line. A really interesting evaluation out of Rodney Gardner here. And I'm really excited to see what he could possibly grow into, because I think he brings a unique physicality and attributes to the inside defensive line.
Well, again, guys, because there is no scouting report out there at On3 or 247 Sports, we've not done an actual old school film breakdown in quite some time, so I figured we would take a look at a couple of plays. So, Coach Jay, we're going to roll with it here. 37 seconds. What do we got?
Sure. We got single back, single wing. We got twins to the bottom of the screen. That S slot receiver right there is going to run post route. The X wide receiver to the bottom of him is going to run we'll call it a 7 and in, 6 and in, something like that. The will linebacker to the bottom of the screen is going to do a very, very bad job of dropping into his zone and walling off right here, and it's going to create a lot of different issues. But the number one thing right now out of Darrion is just the recognition of what the offensive line is doing quickly. Boogie, you want to give me that first tick or two after the snap of the ball in the offensive line? Let's get that first read that Darrion's looking at here. All right, pops up, right? They popped right up, right? What do we talk about on film room? Pop right up. This is a pass play. A lot of defensive linemen just want a bull rush right here, right? Just want to get upfield, but you got to know your assignment if you're Darrion Smith. I think it's interesting that those linebackers I was just talking about doing a bad job haven't taken their first read step yet. So, not to get off topic here, but if you think back to when we're talking really good about linebackers, these linebackers have taken a read step. They are 2 steps behind. At this point, the ball is being snapped. We got to watch the dive. We got to watch the draw. We still got to watch the zone read here. We still got to watch an RPO here. So to sit in our gap and maintain our gap violently is a good thing. What we are going to get is they're going to slip that running back out of the backfield to the bottom of the screen here. Let's just watch a couple more seconds here, Boog. Just a couple more. Pop, pop. I like that he gets his hands on him right here, right? He turns him. He does this a couple times throughout his film. I love it. It's the old push, punch, punch. You ever been around an offensive line and they got that, half-shaped moon pad? They're holding it up. You'll see them push the one in front of them, punch, punch, right? Offense linemen, defense linemen do it too. It's how you can control in front of you. Control, control. He's going to give him a push up front like he did. Punch with the left hand, turns him the way he wants to, right? Running back slips out. He's going to ride that offensive lineman right to him. He's going to take him right to the ball. Beautiful job by a interior tackle playing a lot like a linebacker here, just rides that hip of that running back. Very, very smart recognition play. I like it a lot from Darrion. Once again, really quick hands. I don't know if you can watch him just get up after this play. Just play a couple seconds more, Boogie. Look how trim he looks, right? He looks like kind of like a big, thick linebacker right there, right? Man, that kid is a hoss, though. I'll tell you what, you can just tell by looking at him that he's going to be tough, quick, and strong inside.
Listed at 6'2", 260 over at
Yeah.
On 3. All right, we're going to take a look at one more play here. Again, Tennessee's latest commitment, Darrion Smith out of St. Francis Academy. What do we got on this 49-second play?
We got an explanation here. I mean, we have a simple dive, but what you're going to get an explanation of is, like Boogie said yesterday, why are we recruiting this kid, Boogie? He's a 3-star U. Why do we want him? We mentioned his physicality a little bit here, but I think I want to speak to maybe some of the things that they're looking at against this kid, right? What do I see that's not good? We're going to see a really quick takeoff here. He's going to beat that spacing to the inside. It's just going to be a straight dive play. There are things I like about this play. He's got a direct line to the running back. He hits him maliciously, but Boogie, what does he do wrong on this play? I'm going to go ahead and toss that question to you. Go ahead and play the play. What does he do wrong? What is Coach Jay looking for in the form here?
Oh no, we got a knees to nuts, head up, ass down, hat on the ball. Yeah,
Wrap
he's leading
up,
with that shoulder.
all those things, right? And he does it because he's violent, right? These kids come in, bam, they want to lay you out with the shoulder. Be aggressive. Like if he just had his butt down and his arms in the wrap position, he would have lit that kid up into the quarterback. He would have killed both of them. Ball would have probably came out. I like the aggression. I like the speed beating the offensive line. Well, the offensive lineman kind of just missed his assignment, but just the speed inside is great. Not kind of did miss his assignment. The speed's great, and I love him attacking that mesh point. But Darrion, if you watch this, Rodney Gardner is why you're going to come to Tennessee, right? Rodney Gardner is going to fix that issue for you when you're in the orange and white. That's going to be a fumble into the end zone because Rodney Gardner is going to show you how to keep that butt down and wrap up and get a hat on the ball. I like the aggression, but those little tweaks, man, these are what these recruiting coordinators are looking at when we start putting stars next to players. So if you want to know why is this freak of a fast Mike linebacker who can play the 0-3 technique, a 3-star, these are those little things like that. So I thought it'd be fun to give a little explanation.
It'd be interesting to see how his career plays out too. And the beautiful thing is, again, I talked about this in a video yesterday. talking about the evaluations. And Josh Pate kind of doubled down on what we've been talking about here about how Josh Heupel, this coaching staff, have been nailing their evaluations. We sat and listened to Shady Hayward on Saturday tell us the reason I chose Tennessee is because they showed me love before the stars came, before the rankings came. So let's trust Rodney Garner's evaluation of Darrion Smith. And if he's a depth piece, look, you've already got Ethan Utley in the boat, right? You've got some solid defensive linemen committed in this class of 25. Excited to see how his career plays out, but he got another one in the boat. We'll continue to keep you guys up to date in the world of recruiting. Got a lot of guys coming off the board right around the corner. Juan Gaston on August the 2nd. Right now, I'm thinking about streaming it. A lot of people think Georgia, Tennessee has a shot. Repping the brand at Travis Smith's live commitment. Faison Brandon on the 3rd, Josh Petty on the 12th, Onus Conanbenny on the 15th, David Sanders on the 17th. We're going to cover all those live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Do us a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Jump in the comment section. Let us know what you think of Darrion Smith and his tape. And make sure you guys go check out the Talkin VAWLS merch, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. A little something different this time for a commitment video. I'll put up the bat signal. Coach J come a-calling, even though he's in the film room going to work. He went to work for you guys. So shout out to Coach J. My name's Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.